Hello, hello. Feeling a little bit better today, but still a bit coffee. I hope it doesn't blow out the mic. Let's see who's here. Actually, let's get this card off. It's going to be showing. Okay. Got to send a link to my hubby. Where is it? There it is. I need to get used to finding all of this. There we go. There we go. So I've already done getting into it. I've already done some of the preliminary research and kind of setting up for what I'm going to be doing today. I've had Fiverr gigs before. For anyone that drops by and sees this later, probably nobody, but worth being said. Um, oh, oh, hello. Hold on. Oh, goodness. Mm. Okay. Yes, getting into it. I've already um, done some work on Fiverr before. I had a couple of different gigs. I would do pixel art or voxel art, depending. And I'm looking to come back to Fiverr now, but coming back means probably a refresh on what I had before. I could see that my gigs from like 3 years ago, wow, it's been 3 years, still exist. And they look a little bit like this. Oh, getting a message. Oh, okay, okay. There. So Yes, I have this gig already made. And I have a few images for it. You have like 3 image slots that you can use, and then it just starts showing client works that you've had, and the reviews kind of come up in blurbs behind that. So this is not, I don't think this is bad. It's just that it's not giving a lot. Like you're already searching for pixel art by the time you see this image, so I don't think this is really giving you any, you know, real display of skill. I feel like I've come a little bit farther on since here as well, and just this avatar of my face is not really demoing what I can be doing. So just to go through the process in a way that I think other people should probably also be doing it, or at least the way that worked for me before, is you show up, you make your gig work does not come, and then you start asking, okay, why? Um, what other questions should we ask from there to fix that, right? We should probably be asking, what are other people that are succeeding doing? Hello, Legal Jelly Bean, there you are. Thank you for coming to my monologue. Um, I was just saying that I have already done like some of the preliminary research on what it is that I'm going to be doing today and a little bit of sketching, but I'm trying to like go through the process in a way that if anyone comes and watches this VOD after the fact looking for information, maybe this helps them get started as well. Because I've had some work on it before. And we're going to try to get more work on it now. I'm glad that my gig still exists from the past, but I definitely see room for improvement. And so we're going to act as though we're starting from scratch. And in doing that, we want to see first what are the best sizes for uh, making your images. I don't know if this is new or if I just didn't take advantage of this when I had the chance last time around. It has been 3 years. um, but yeah, you can add a video as a thumbnail now. So that could be very helpful. I think when I was looking, you can hover over uh, the gig icon and it just starts playing. So I could tuck these images or a little bit more info about what I'm offering into the initial impression before they even click, right? So, end goal is to get something in here. Today's goal is to at least get this into a better state. And then when you are hovering over it, you get this first impression image, and then the video plays. And then maybe later on we can come back and freshen these up and show more polished, targeted, and maybe unified samples of these things we can offer. Because just a picture of a rock and 4 sprites from completely different games are not really, I think, the best display of what I can do, because there's a lot of color and chaos and you're not really knowing what to look at or why these things are good on their own if they're all crammed together in the same space. Okay, so with all that said, before we get to like, okay, well, let's sketch the new thing, let's look at what other people are doing because good reference is important. Let's look at what, uh, switch to the buyer view and just type in pixel art and look at people that are selling well and why. Like, what are the first impressions that we get from their thumbs, and what elements of that can we take into our own gig? Do we want to highlight in our own ability? this isn't like terribly different than the idea of what I did before. This guy, I've seen him around a long time. He's been here a while. Um, it's a big, impactful face, a basically one big text that says, I do art for you. And there's not terribly much else going on. There's a little sprite here, but you get the further breakdown by going through what he's got. You got some scenes, a sprite sample. I hope you can hear me okay. Is it coming through all right? Cool, cool. What else is working here? This is kind of nice. This kind of gives you like, hey, I can do close up, I can do Pokemon style. All the sprite work that is included with making your like your overworld, your portrait style stuff. This is a little bit small. I'm not saying that this is bad necessarily. If you click it, you'll probably get a better view of um what's there, but I can't really read this text from here. And I am on a massive Cintiq screen. So I imagine that somebody's looking at this on their phone. They have no idea um, what they're seeing here. So things I want to keep in mind are people that might be viewing this on, I don't know, a phone are probably going to not get the full shot. So keep text large. Keep text large and in charge. I think the file size was 1280 by 769, which is weird to me that it lands on an odd number. But sure, 1280 by 769 is what it says in the guide. So that's what we're going to make. So the text has to take up a certain portion of that size. What else is working? Some of these are very good, like displays just getting straight into the details of what it is they're going to do. Basically, all the get your overworld screen. If I keep stopping, I'm still coughing a little bit. Okay, maybe a little bit of tea will fix it. I like this. This is big. This is impactful. Of all the shots on the screen right now, this jumps out as the most powerful to me. It's complex, but the elements that need to stand out the most, I think, stand out very well. Bright white, major text, pixel art. Getting a little bit of UI elements. There's some assets. Game development there in the back. This seems very unified. This is what I would like to bring into my own display. Just nice. Everything on this image looks like it belongs in this image. And it's not brought from a whole bunch of different unconnected things. Oh, that's nice. Cute. All right. These three images are the main impression. I think I could do something in this vein, but animated. This is also pretty strong. has a nice display of a variety of different things it can do, but it doesn't distract from the main ad here of what it is you're offering. I don't think this is all like entirely necessary. Like if you're good enough at what you do and you already have a strong base of buyers and people are coming to you for a particular niche that only you are supplying, you can probably get by. Like this person has got 129, 4.9 stars. Like they're obviously doing well enough, even though this starts with a non-scaled up animation. Like Fiverr is not Fiverr is anti-aliasing this shot so that it becomes fuzzy, which happens with most pixel art if you upload it at its native size and don't um, size it up for, regular display. Most sites are not accommodating for pixel art, right? But they're still getting work. They're still doing well. Everything looks great. That's really low though. Wow, $5. I hope they're, you know, selling for what they're doing good work. I would pay more than $5 for some of what I'm seeing here. Maybe they're in it for the love of the game, though. I can't judge. That's pretty good. I like that kind of a slot machine approach to showing a bunch of different things that you can do. That's also just, God, that's really well done. Okay. Okay. I think I've got a good, you know, look at the front page, looked at some references. And from what I was looking at, I went ahead and sketched yesterday afternoon what I think that I want mine to look like. And it's rough, but it's going to be something like this. I think this is where we're going to start from. Okay. Going to make a little sprite of me holding a pen, maybe a little bit of cityscape or some kind of fill in the background here. But nothing too distracting. I want the focus to be, avatar character, a little bit of um, breakdown of what it is we offer, and this needs to be really big text. I'm wondering if I can get away with cramming that much text in a single image. Otherwise, we might have to um, readjust this a little bit. But starting from here, with our sketch in mind, I'm just going to put that in the other window, open a sprite, and I'll probably plug in the image size and then tell it to scale down because it has a way to do that. So 1280 by no, erase my note here. 1280 by 769. I wonder if I put it at like 770, it's going to stop me. I don't know why they have an odd number there. I don't. If I'm right on this, you should want your file sizes for images to be even for better compression. If I'm right on that. I could be wrong on that. I don't really understand file compression. Sprite size, but this will also make it easier to do what I'm about to do. which is going into sprite size and then just telling it to cut it by half. Get nice numbers here. Powers of 2 tend to make machines happy. Is the overall gist of it? Ah, okay. That still might be too much resolution, but we're going to start there and then we'll come back up. And when we export, we're going to size it back up, right? Or, yeah, and then it will land at the even numbered file size anyway. Whether that's a power of 2 or not, probably isn't, but it's closer. Leads to nice even numbers, makes me happy. Yeah, this is still too much resolution, I think. You probably can't even see this happening. Let me get a black color. Yeah, that's so small the pixels are that you barely can tell that it's pixel art, which does not help us advertise this as being pixel art. Scale it back up. Sprite size again. Let's go with 25%. Let's see what that gives us in terms of resolution. Better. It's better. It's better, but I think we can push for one more. Scale down again. How do it? Down to 25 before. No, what's 15% of all that? It might be way too much. Definitely pixel arty now, though. Just as a quick test, let's make the smallest element of what we want in this drawing to see if it looks good. Which would probably be the smaller elements of text hanging out on the right. I know I installed font. There's my fonts. Oh my goodness, getting the right font is going to be buckle in. Because Linux Mint came with a metric ton of fonts that I have to sift through to get to the fonts that I have, which are also a lot. And I can never remember the names of the ones that I like. I think I used this before. Blah, blah, blah. Ooh, that's rough. Maybe a bigger size. Not that that's bad, just not going to be able to fit that. Let's look around a little bit more. It's too bulky. Oh, is that on? That needs to be off. That's better. It's better. It's not great, but might be useful. Legacy. Too cursive. Don't look for cursives. Oh no, we've reached the Noto font. We're going to be here for a while. Does not seem to want to move past the sheer amount of Noto sans there is. I've got to find a way to trim that out. I can see my laptop struggling to get past this. We'll just scroll. There we are. That's nice. Is it all caps? No, you have a lowercase. Okay. It's still a bit big. Can I get away with a smaller font? Mm-hmm. Let me hand draw a little bit. At this small, then I might be able to just. Oh goodness, I don't have my mouse profile anymore. I forgot about that. It's going to take me a minute to get used to. That's okay. I know I have a mouse profile for this. Hold on. I remember making it again. Okay, okay, there you are. And is it erase? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Shouldn't be color grab, it should be select. Okay. What the? There. Yeah, this is better. I should really just put my own handwriting into a font, which that could be another stream idea sometime. I'll write that down. As there's a site that you can make pixel art fonts, and I've used it a couple times at my last job. It was kind of nice and free. What was it? Making fonts. Trying to keep a list in my head, or not in my planner of a bunch of little stream ideas. Okay, so if I consider these as like 4 rows, 4 or 5 rows of things we could advertise, maybe like that. Okay. When I zoom out like this, I'm really just asking myself if it's going to be legible if seen on mobile. And it's not really the best way to know, but gives you a start of an impression. This could probably help it pop a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Shadow. Text sample. Duplicate that. Let's see if I can give it just a different outline. See if that pops it a bit more in a way that I can keep it that size, but still be nice and readable. I think so. I think outlining is the way to go. Do I want it to be that thick, or do I just want... I like that. It makes it a little bit more grounded at the bottom. Okay. And the next element that we're going to have to be advertising is the big pop text of pixel art. It's this one. Bam. Okay. I'd like that to be a little bit less big. I'm probably going to redraw this in later, so I'm not terribly worried about the warping that's happening right now. Okay. Just trying to get things into the ballpark of this sketch. Just to remember what the goal is. And I'll start sketching in here. Am I not allowed to move that elsewhere? That's unfortunate. Okay. See if it'll let me drag and drop an image into here. Yes. Okay, good deal. There. Now I don't have to resketch this from scratch. Okay. That said, this is not much of a sketch. It's really just the placement of the kind of thing that I want. Don't even know how I want my little avatar to look. I guess this is kind of symmetrical, so maybe I can go ahead and get a little face made. Maybe from there I can tell what I'll want. Okay. See how much of my actual eye personality I can kind of fit. Not terribly much. I did not tell you to go a layer down. What am I doing? Um, kind of a relaxed eye, like a flat eye here. Am I not even using Pixel Perfect? I feel like I'm not. What? Right click to cut. What? Where's my little menu that tells me if I'm Pixel Perfect or Did that move? Okay, whatever that is. There you are. That'll help a little bit. This keeps me from having to clean up my line work so much. What? Okay. Mm-hmm. Maybe bring that down actually. That's so weird. Hmm. Let's give myself enough room to have eyebrows. Oh, I need both my headphones in for this song. I have a random YouTube playlist going, trusting the mix feature, and it's actually brought Sparks, This Town Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us back. Didn't realize it's been a while since I heard that one. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Okay. Do I need that much of an earlobe? I don't know. Leave it for now, at least. I don't know what kind of shirt to give my character. Hmm. I did not change layers though. I wonder what's causing that. Mm. Mm-mm. A little bit further out. Okay. That might be as far as I get with the symmetry mode. Wait, one more thing. Just a little hair mark. I keep that separated. Okay. My hand shouldn't be tilted that much. I should probably take this to a new layer. Go ahead and get and be a little more orthographic here. I don't know, maybe a little tilt isn't like the worst in the world. I just want it to be real clear at a glance. Don't mind me. I just need to take a picture of my hand real quick. It's very hard to do that way. Maybe if I do it like this. Okay. References matter. Okay. See if I can position that little picture where I can see and draw it. And pinky. I'm fussing too much, but I don't care. Let's remove this from all the noise so I can see what I'm doing there. Try to figure out what went wrong. Mm, mm-mm. I think that might be a passable frame for now. All right, let me make this in red so I don't lose track of what's what. Oop. Okay. Okay. Let that be for now. I think some of this will be fixed with shading, so I really just need to leave it alone. All right, let's grab the other element, which is going to be a little mug. It should be much easier. long as I don't get caught up with drawing the hand. Am I sure I don't want to draw the hand holding the mug? An absolute glutton for punishment. It's just if I were only drawing the knuckles, what would I be able to get away with that? Too noisy. And a little steam coming off of the cup. And let's leave ourselves a little note for where this piece of paper is going to go. All right, so that is her outline. And it's the sketch. Under sketch. Outline. At this point, we should probably save, huh? Okay. All right. Say this is Fiverr Gig photo image. Front. Okay. Sketch. Okay, let's just block out some of the other elements that I wanted to include. Some little cloud. Nope. Nope. I need you to remember my hotkeys and use them, please. How did you change layers again? I think I wanted this to be tree and maybe a bit more cloud. Okay. And the city here. I know I had like a line tool assigned to one of my hotkeys. I just don't have it right now. Something worth noting, I think, in my upcoming blog about the transition to Linux is some of these softwares that I have to use to make uh, my mouse work or the Wacom tablet work. They don't. Um, I think because they're natively designed, they come with quirks. And while I'm able to remap buttons on the mouse, I think if I say like hold the middle mouse click button and I'm like panning around and then I try to switch to something else, no, that's not causing it. I'm not sure what it is, but this is something about it is causing the layer, my active layer, to change when I switch brush. And it is, it doesn't sound like a frustrating thing initially, but when you're in the middle of an action and then you have to give an extra couple of undos, it's a little bit frustrating. I'm like, it increases the fear of me doing a lot of line work on a sketch layer and then having to redraw it. It's just something I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix. Okay, call that skyline. And let's add some foliage. What? Here. Okay. Okay, now what? No, I think I need those outlines actually. So I'll just leave that alone. So I can keep these shapes in mind when I start carving the light into it. Hmm. Bruh. think I don't like that tree there, but I don't know how to move it. How should I move you? I could kind of frame the text a little bit more naturally. And we'll move the sun position. We tuck the sun into these buildings, a little sunset light. Add some more buildings here. Okay, okay. I think we got enough of the undersketch to get rid of it. Nope, I need the table. All right. It's going to have to be at least that big to fit around. Oh, right. You can't move group stuff. You still have to. It makes me wonder what the point of grouping things is, other than like just being able to look at it and see that something should be moved with something else. You still have to manually select them. Now we have enough. All right. What else do I need a little bit more of? Skyline. Hmm. Too much. Okay. I think I was there before. I just need to leave it be. Okay. No, not like this. Okay. I think we're far enough in to start filling and shading. Before I just start fumbling about with that, let me look at some sunsets. kind of like the ones that have like a tinge of blue still at the top. It might be hard to unify in. This could be a bit softer. It's too soft right there, though. Hmm. I don't really want to go into this too much. You're just replacing. Sorry. I think this is getting out of hand. This is not what I wanted. Just block it in first. Layer by layer. Oh, it does. I forget that Sprite doesn't like the same hotkeys that most apps do. That's okay. Goodness. I cannot mute fast enough. No. Let me block in everything else first, so I'll come back to that. What? Oh, that. Okay, now we're back on track. Oh my god. Okay, what? There. Okay. Oh, I guess we've been going for 2 hours. I'll probably save it here for today. take a little break. Thanks for hanging out. And maybe we can finish this up in a couple days. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.